Well, cool kids, my obsessive nature has won again. Um, I thought I could just leave this next level miniatures thing behind me, but I had to look. There were other models people talked about how horrible they were, and one of them was the Ghouls. And I just, I can't imagine what these folks at Next Level Miniatures were thinking. Yeah. Hold on, wait till you see this. So, first of all, I had to hunt for the Ghouls because they're so tiny. But this one doesn't even have a leg, right? So, okay, quality control issue. And let's see how brittle these things are. I mean, this was whoever cut it off the sprue's fault. But no leg. And then there's this. Now this is the part that's unforgivable. This is the part I can't abide. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense, right? If this is a ghoul, right? If this is a ghoul, you see the problem? This is a kobold. This is a ghoul. There's no. This ghoul is not bigger than this kobold. I mean, as a matter of fact, let's weigh these mother. Hi, Eve. Are you licking me? Are you licking me, baby? Yeah. You happy to see me? Okay, guys, this is a problem. I have a big psychotic problems with this. Who? Why? To what extent? How is this? How? 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 The more I look at this, the more irritating. Right? This was tiny. Remember how tiny this mini was? Look at it tower over this ghoul. Let me show you a proper ghoul. Let's see if I got one handy. If not, I'll go fetch one. Hey, baby. Hi, baby. Yeah, who's the little baby? It's Evie. Yeah. So I just get home from work and I'm like, you know what? We gotta talk about this. Yeah. Okay. Here's some whites. Let's go with these whites. Whites are the same size as gold. Okay, and these are the old school D&D, the board game whites, right? Does that even look? Does that look at all acceptable? Let me go. I'm gonna go grab some ghouls, some proper ghouls. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh. Some pretty crazy stuff. All right, cool kids. So I broke out Castle Ravenloft, the Hasbro board game, and we're gonna look at this. So I've got from that set. This is a ghoul, right? Okay. Kind of a gruesome ghoul, right? It's eating somebody's hand. All right, we're gonna put that on a 1-inch grid square. Okay. That's kind of big. I'll admit that ghoul's kind of big. Here's an old metal ghoul with a right, and that one's pretty tall, kind of lanky though. All right, but it's a little big, right? Right. Okay. This is a zombie, which should be the same size category as a ghoul. Yeah? Okay. This is the Whiz Kids ghoul. WizKid's the ghoul. Now you may notice all these guys could hang out together. Here's another WizKid ghoul. Doing WizKid ghouly thing. Alright. These guys could all hang out together. Do I really need to get into this? Okay, and I could pull out a Reaper. I got Reaper ghouls. I think we made the point. Okay. This is abysmal. This is absolutely... I can understand why so many people are so upset. I mean, this isn't even 25 millimeter. Remember this mini was about 25 millimeter? Remember we said it with the 25 millimeter minis. These are supposed to be the same size. Actually, this ghoul should be a little bigger because it's a male. This is a female. They're not even in the same ballpark, guys. So even in their own line of minis, do you see this nonsense? Even in their own line of minis, they're not consistent. And the sad thing is, the sculpt's actually pretty cool. So just looking at the sculpt, all right, that's pretty neat. It's a neat little sculpt, little undead ghoul, nasty, gonna claw you, gonna paralyze you, right? Yeah. Look at the head difference. The heads aren't the same size. They're not. This isn't even 25 millimeter. Yeah. So I don't know. And then I'm missing legs on my minis. I mean, do we even have quality control here? Like, what's going on? I don't even care. I'm not even going to ask for a replacement. I don't care. What am I going to do with it? What am I going to do with it? All right. So, I wanted to show some more problems. I mean, the more I look at this, the more disgusted I get. I mean, this were-rat or Tari, whatever it is, you know. I mean, I guess it's a size small race of rat people. You could use it. But the funny thing is, right? The goblin, all these goblins are fine. I mean, they're kind of big-headed, kind of cartoony, but they're the right height. But a were-rat who is dwarfed by goblins. I mean, that's quite a difference in size. It's doable. It's its own race, I guess, but you're not going to use it as a were-rat unless it's a halfling were-rat. You know what? A halfling were-rat's fine. I could find a use for that, I guess. You know, kind of like I'm making this into a Spinnigan instead of a gargoyle. A 4-armed Spinnigan. That works. So, I'm not so mad about that. These ghouls, these are halfling ghouls. You know what? Halfling Ghouls. There you go. Halfling Ghouls. I now have Halfling Ghouls in my repertoire. How often am I going to use that? But the goblins are fine. They work. The kobolds, they're fine. A little skinny. All these models are kind of skinny. But they work. Alright. So, anyway, I also wanted to showcase something else that caught my eye that we didn't get to show you yet. So the zombie. Let's look at the zombie here. Pretty creepy zombie, right? You know, I could probably make the zombie work. I mean, it's a tiny zombie, but it's a zombie. I'm not worried about it. Look at, actually, you know, this is perfect. Let me get those ghouls out again. And you'll see the problem here. The mind-boggling part of this. So, if that zombie is usable, what in the world? Do you see that? I'm not cheating this. This is... What in the world were they thinking? Who at quality control at next level, hold on. From now on, when I say next level miniatures, next level. You know, because this isn't just a problem with scaling. In what world are these in the same freaking scale? Tell me. Someone in the comments, help me out. There is no world where this and this are, I mean, unless this is a halfling. I digress. Because I have no choice. And to think I gave these folks 176 of my hard-earned dollars. Let's look at this werewolf. Sculpt's pretty menacing. Let's see. I mean, it works. It works, but let me show you. I got some werewolves handy here. It is small, but I think this one actually works. I can actually do something with it. So I'm not quite so mad about it. You know, this is more on the epic scale. So, you know, here, let's put this, you know, that's a big burly werewolf. So that's, it all depends on how big you want your werewolves to be. So this is usable. Werewolf's usable. It's on the smaller side, but it's not. Monsters, a lot of monsters you can get away with being on the smaller side. Because, you know, variation's fine. This could be an elf who got turned, or you know, something like that. Or a tiny, you know, human. Here's the bullywugs. And, you know, the bullywugs, if your world's full of little stocky bullywugs, that's fine. You know, I'm not opposed to it. They are short, but you know, there's not a lot of good bullywug sculpts, so these could be the little short guys. But here's a problem. So this is from the Castlevania board game. This is a giant spider, right? And this is a giant spider from Next Level Miniatures. It's pretty underwhelming. Here, let's put it next to the ghoul, and I mean, There's crabs on the earth that are nearly that big. So technically, I guess it's giant because there's probably not an arthropod on Earth that size because of gravity. So it's not worthless. And you know, you can always use different spider sculpts. But I will say this: it makes the giant toad look even more absurd, doesn't it? We're starting to get pretty absurd. Look at that arm hanging out of its mouth. Right? Not going to cut it, guys. Not going to cut it. So, I just want to make sure everybody got to see. Now, these orcs, right? There's a lot of orcs out there, guys. A whole lot of orc miniatures. How impressive are these orcs? Don't get me wrong, this seems usable. But he's going to be a minion. And he doesn't look like he's sculpted to be a little minion. He looks more like the boss. Right? But he's going to be a minion. Oh, here we go. This is supposed to be the big bad orc. I mean, the sculpt is cool, but the orc, I mean, you know, and again, this one works. This is probably one of the better models they have. This could be an orc warrior. There's only one in the box because he's supposed to be hot stuff. Right? Is there only one? No. Maybe I'm wrong. No, looks like there's more than one of those. Okay, I stand corrected. Alright, so okay, it is a minion. Both of these are minions. So these are usable. They're on the smallish side. I could go grab a hobgoblin and show you, but they're not useless. They're not completely useless. The ghoul is completely useless. The giant toad is pretty useless. The rest of them are marginally useful. The zombie and all that, they're marginally useful. Anyway, this is part 6. It's the last part. I actually plan on part 5 being the last part, but I had to break these out. Someone said something about the Gnoll. Let me pull that up. Alright, the Gnoll, you know, he's going to be too small. But, the sculpt's pretty cool. It's a Flind mole. Gnoll. But it should be about as tall as this guy. So it's really small and puny. I don't know what you guys want me to tell you. It's par for the course for this stuff. WizKids had a really small Gnoll in their line of HeroClix minis that they had. So I've seen small ones like this before. You can use them as juveniles, I guess, if you want juvenile Gnolls. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you find all the collectibles of your dreams while you're awake. If you don't find them, well, don't blame me. I tried to show them to you. And have an amazing day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.